This small habit destroys your image. Quietly, daily, and right in front of people. You think you're being polite, mature, easy to deal with. But what others see is something else. Uncertainty, weak boundaries, and a person who can be pushed. And the worst part? The more nice you try to be, the more your authority leaks away. If you've ever felt people interrupt you, question your decisions, or treat your no like an invitation to negotiate, it's not because you lack value. It's because a few everyday attitudes are training people how to treat you. The Stoics understood this. Respect isn't earned through submission, it's earned through self-command. Marcus Aurelius called it guarding the inner citadel. Epictetus taught that your power begins where your boundaries begin. In this video, you'll see the attitudes that quietly make people lose respect for you. And one of them looks harmless, even kind, but it sends a clear message. You don't fully respect yourself. Once you spot it, you'll never unsee it. Attitude 1. Stop over-explaining yourself. Over-explaining feels like honesty, but it often communicates insecurity. You say no, and then you rush to justify it with a long story. You decline something and immediately begin defending your decision as if your choice needs permission to exist. The moment you do that, you hand people a handle to pull. They can argue with your reasons, poke holes in your logic, and pressure you into changing your mind. A strong boundary explained too much becomes a boundary that can be negotiated. Strong people don't turn their decisions into debates, they communicate. Then, they stand still, not out of arrogance, but out of self-trust. A calm no delivered with certainty is more powerful than 1,000 excuses delivered with hesitation. If you want people to respect your limits, you have to show that you do. Attitude 2. Stop being everyone's therapist. Some people don't come to you for solutions, they come to you for relief. They unload their frustrations, repeat the same problems, and leave feeling lighter while you stay carrying the weight. At first, you feel useful, needed, like you're being a good person. But over time, you become a dumping ground, not a respected friend. Empathy is a virtue, but absorbing other people's pain as a daily habit is not empathy, it's self-abandonment. The Stoics believed you should help when it's reasonable, but never at the cost of your inner stability. If every conversation becomes emotional labor, you will start to look drained, resentful, and easily accessible. And when people feel they can access you anytime, they often value you less. You are allowed to care without carrying. You are allowed to listen and still set a limit. You can say, "I hear you, but I don't have the energy for this right now." That sentence doesn't make you cold, it makes you balanced. And balance commands respect. Attitude 3. Stop supporting ungrateful people. There is always someone who asks for help, favors, attention, or support, and disappears the moment you need anything. They treat your kindness like a service, like an expectation, like something you owe them because you have always done it before. And if you keep giving to someone who never recognizes it, you teach them a dangerous lesson. Your effort has no cost. True generosity has dignity. It doesn't mean you demand payment for being kind, but it does mean you notice patterns. It means you stop investing in people who only withdraw. Because if you're always available to the ungrateful, you start to look like a resource, not a person. And nobody respects what they can take without consequence. Watch what happens when you quietly step back. The people who value you will adjust. The ones who used you will complain. That reaction alone tells you everything you need to know. If this is hitting you, subscribe to DVT Lucas Official. It will improve your life because you'll build the habit of protecting your inner peace and growing in maturity, one practical lesson at a time. Attitude 4. Stop apologizing all the time. Some people apologize as a reflex. Sorry for speaking, sorry for asking, sorry for taking up space, sorry for having an opinion. They do it to sound humble, to avoid tension, to keep everyone comfortable. But repeated, unnecessary apologies send a hidden message. I'm a burden. When you apologize for things that don't require forgiveness, you shrink your presence. You teach others to see your voice as optional, your needs as inconvenient, your boundaries as flexible. Respect begins the moment you stop acting like you're guilty for existing. Save your apologies for when you truly do something wrong. Replace the rest with clarity. Instead of, sorry for the message, say, thanks for your time. Instead of, sorry I'm bothering you, say, can you help me with this? Instead of, sorry but, remove the sorry and speak like you belong, because you do. Attitude 5. Stop seeking approval. Living for validation is like living in an invisible prison. You start editing yourself before you speak. You laugh at things you don't find funny. You agree with things you don't believe. You shape your personality like clay, depending on who is in front of you. And the tragedy is this: even if you succeed, you don't feel strong. You feel empty, because you didn't earn respect, you rented it. External approval is a moving target. Today they clap, tomorrow they criticize. If your confidence depends on their reaction, you will always be controlled. The Stoics trained themselves to live by principle, not applause. They asked a simple question: is this aligned with my values? Not, will they like me? The moment you stop performing, something interesting happens. Some people pull away because they only liked your compliance, but the ones who matter will start to respect you because they can feel your authenticity, and authenticity is magnetic. Attitude 6. Don't stay silent in the face of disrespect. Many people tolerate small disrespect because they fear conflict. A sarcastic tone, a dismissive comment, a joke that cuts a little too deep. They ignore it to stay calm, to avoid tension, to be the bigger person. But every time you let it slide, you teach people what they can get away with. Respect is like a wall. If you don't reinforce it, people will lean on it, climb it, and eventually break it. Standing up for yourself isn't aggression, it's self-respect. You don't need to shout, you don't need to insult, you just need to name what happened and set the standard. You can say, don't talk to me like that. You can say, I'm not okay with that tone. You can say, if this continues, I'm ending this conversation. Calm, direct, no drama. And when you do this consistently, you stop attracting casual disrespect. People either adjust or they leave. Either result protects your dignity. Here's the truth that changes everything. Respect isn't earned through words, it's earned through consistent behavior. Kindness is a virtue, but when kindness crosses the line into self-denial, it becomes disguised weakness. These habits may look harmless, but they quietly drain your authority and teach others to treat you as less than you are. So choose the version of you that doesn't beg, doesn't over-explain, doesn't apologize for breathing, and doesn't sacrifice peace to keep others comfortable. Learn to say no without guilt. Speak up without fear. Value yourself without needing applause. Because true respect begins the moment you decide to treat yourself with dignity. If you want, comment one attitude you're done tolerating starting today. And subscribe to DVT Lucas Official. Your life will improve as you build the habit of protecting your inner peace and growing in maturity, one day at a time.